Hello and welcome to video number 4. We're going to talk about headlines and sub-headlines. So now that we talked about benefits, what we want to do is we want to front load the headline with benefits. All right, so now that you have the benefits, and hopefully if you had a chance to apply what we talked about in the previous video, you should have some benefits in hand that are reasons why people should sign up for your webinar. All you have to do now is simply take those benefits and apply them to your actual page. Now I'm going to show you how to make them, look nicer and how to kind of effectively utilize them. So within your headlines, what we found is using numbers, case studies, social proof, using power words and verbs in your lead capture page, all in all, can actually help work together to help convert the prospect into a actual attendee. Another thing we found that works is you create a common enemy. Now it's basically like prospect versus enemy. Now the enemy can be someone who is withholding secrets, not always necessarily negative. For example, a weight loss or anything to deal with health. For example, as you know, you go to the doctor typically for that. Or if you are in a specific industry and maybe you go to a mentor or a guru, or you think about someone who is bigger than you, or maybe they are the underdog essentially, like the prospect is the underdog and there's this big company or big corporation that is over them. And if you can figure that out and create a common enemy that everybody in that niche can relate to, then that actually will help you in your headline. So for example, discover a weight loss method that your doctor doesn't want you to know. And maybe you have a special guest, or maybe you're a host, or maybe you figured out something like a method, or your guest has found out a method that helps them lose weight, that maybe they were told by their doctor, or maybe the prospect also was told by their doctor, this is never going to work. Maybe you were told this was never work, but my special guest here is going to show you how. So obviously that's kind of building a little bit curiosity. They're interested in who that guest might be. And they're, of course, going to want to attend the live webinar. So those are just some ideas on different headlines that you could possibly use. This is one headline that we have used that has worked over and over again. And we have actually consistently gotten 30 to 40% or even more conversion rate just by using this particular headline. So if you don't really want to do anything, you can simply grab this headline, fill in the details, and you're good to go, right? So discover how to blank. Now the blank here is an action verb. So you could say, discover how to lose, and then a noun, maybe lose weights in your belly or something, in less than a month, a week, several months, in less than 3 weeks. And then you could put the common enemy here. Doctor doesn't want you to know. And then featured guest, or whoever the featured guest is, you or your guest, you put their name here. They did this. This Bob lost this many pounds in their tummy. Watch now to see how he did it. So you can apply this to something else as well. Discover how to build a shed in less than 2 weeks and save, let's say, $3,000, because it normally costs about $3,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 to build an actual shed. Maybe the big corporations don't really want you to know this information, because once you have this information, you can go out and build your own shed. Featured guests, maybe somebody who is unlike simply to be seen as somebody doing it. Maybe my mother or someone was able to set up their shed without any difficulty in less than 3 weeks, saving $3,000. Watch now how she did it. So maybe you're selling a product that actually, expands and creates a shed. I don't know. So that's why knowing your benefits and knowing your product or service really well is crucial. So now all you have to do is simply fill in the blanks and you're good to go. Now, as far as like benefits go and bullets go, as far as the other pieces of your page goes, you can take this and you can create bullet points. So let's say, for example, my mom, set up a shed, or this person lost weight, watch now to see. So your bullets could be kind of variations of the headline. So it could be stuff like, she ate this and lost this amount of pounds or something. Or she did this specific thing and did that and got this kind of result. So your actual bullet points, what we recommend is they should also be results. So obviously your prospect wants to achieve those results, right? So what better way than to put the bullet points and use those as a means to display your results in sentences. And that's a great way to kind of get people to actually sign up, because now they're interested in, all these benefits, these results that are impacting them. They want to attend the live webinar or the webinar replay. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on, what kinds of headlines, subheadlines, and even bullet points that you can actually include on your lead capture page. Now, don't make your lead capture page complex. In fact, it's super simple. Really what it comes down to is it should have a little sentence at the top, and we'll talk about that later, but a little sentence at the top that talks about like, strictly confidential. This page can be taken down at any time. Put your headline, put your subheadline, put some scarcity into it, put some curiosity into it. Don't forget your call to action buttons, and then your bullets. That's it. In fact, the longer your lead capture page is, often the lower your conversion will be. So shorter, simple, straightforward is always the best. All right, so now let's talk about, in video number 5, freebies and lead magnets, things that you can give away for free as an incentive to get people to sign up on your webinar.